स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषं वादिनः माया शक्ति विलास कल्मितमहाव्यामोह संहारिणे तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्त दिवाकरेन्दु सदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोध समये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भांस्य नलो नीलोम्बरम् अहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्माद् विभोः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्याधीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धे तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् इति दक्षिणामूर्ति स्तोत्रम. We'll now chant Gita Dhyanam and then move to Bhagavad Gita. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grititam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshini नमोस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहने कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तक केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थितपत्तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. We'll get into chapter 11. of the Bhagavad Gita. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. अतः एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूप दर्शन योग एकादशोऽध्यायः. We studied up to verse number we have to start with Arjuna Vacha Rishikesha. We'll start the chant and then we'll see the picture. Verse number 36. Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Rishikesha Tava Prakirtya Jagat Praharshatyanurajyate Cha Rakshansi Bhitani Dishodravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Once more, we'll read. Sthane Rishikesha Tava Prakirtya Jagat Praharshatyanurajyate Cha Rakshansi Bhitani Dishodravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Word meanings first. In Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna says, Hey Rishikesha, he addresses Krishna as Rishikesha. Rishikesha means one with curly hair. Not curly all the way. So the locks are curly. Imagine you are curly all the way, it doesn't look wavy up to a point and then curly. See, when it's Ishta Devata Upasana, when you want to have an Ishta Devata, you imagine anything. Krishna fits the bill. Rishikesha, one with curly hair. Sthane means it's only proper. It is proper that Jagate, the world, Praharshayati cha anurajyate, is delighted and gratified. Prakirtya, by the glorification, tava, by your glorification. Now, this is a paradigm, a paradigm shift. When you look at your life, when you look at Ishvara Srishti, what strikes you? Do you feel lack or do you feel abundance? आपको कमी महसूस होती है या पूर्णता? Do you feel, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this, this is missing, this is missing, this is not okay? Is that the way you're looking at things? Or are you looking at the whole thing as a glory? Yes, feel amazed. To look at the Srishti as a glory needs a special paradigm. Okay? You have to see the laws working, all the laws working, everything falling into place. Sunrise, sunset, there is a natural disaster, there is recovery. If you see the flora of everything is networked. Everything in this Srishti is networked. Remember, you pull a small thread, you will find the whole Srishti connected. You are networked to the planets. That's why we see horoscope. What's the network connection? Whether the network connection between you and Shani Bhagavan, you and Guru Bhagavan, you and all these Bhagavans is strong or weak network? Do we need a booster shot? Do you need booster? It's all network. Everything in the Srishti is networked. Are you not amazed? Everything is networked. Everything works picture perfect if you want to see picture perfection. There is an early bird which gets the worm. But there is an early worm which doesn't want to become the early bird's food. So both have their survival system. See, long ago, I read somewhere that, in one of these coastlines in Chennai, these turtle eggs hatch. And all these baby turtles, they swim, they crawl on the sand towards the sea. And the eggs are laid a little beyond the sandbars. It'll hatch, they'll have to crawl a little while on the sand and then reach the sea. It happens at sunset, twilight hours. Now, how does a turtle know the path is safe? Because there are predators up there flying up waiting for their dinner. How do they know? It was an amazing observation. One turtle from this side of the one corner starts moving. A gull picks it up. Other turtles know it is not yet safe. One more turtle starts. It reaches the sea. It's as though a signal, coast is clear. All the baby turtles crawl towards the sea. Amazing, infallible law of Srishti. Now, are you going to feel that one poor pararabdha karma of that one turtle, it had to be right? Even if you're one of us, we will say, why should I sacrifice? Why not that fellow sacrifice? It's all built into the system, networked. So like that, hatching. The cocoon turning into beautiful butterfly. You can see the cocoon, struggling, you will see some swelling in the cocoon. And same thing with penguins, you're right. So when there is something, there's some pulsation in the cocoon. You watch, if you have the patience to watch the pulsation. And when they pulsate, after some time, the wings start emerging, and then the butterfly flies out. The butterfly is imprisoned, is one way of looking at it. The butterfly is in the cocoon so that it gets sufficient strength to face challenges in the world, is another way of reading. So when it comes to a personal life, have you got knocks in life? All of us have knocks. Tell me one fellow who has never had a knock in his life. Then I'll have to tell him, be prepared. One may be just round the corner. Everybody gets it. So, what are the knocks supposed to tell you? The knocks are supposed to help you course correct. Every time. See, the whole thing is networked, beautifully networked. That's why it's networked. So there is a value called ahimsa. If you inflict pain, the network will ensure that you get back pain, now or later. The network will ensure you may inflict pain. That is dharma, the law functioning. So, if you are aware of this dharma, then you can look at the whole world, whole Srishti in wonder. Okay, there is a challenge. Each one of us has a knock. The knock is meant to help us course correct. What is the course correction? Two things the knock is supposed to tell you. Do you have viveka? Do you have vairagya? Let me take a very simple example. You receive a message which says you have won a lottery in this bank. Click on this URL. You click, out goes your money. Unpleasant experience. You lost your money. You can write to me, you can tell a lot of people what to do, sir, and things like that. But what is the viveka that has come? Hereafter, don't touch any URL like this. Viveka has come. Next time you genuine URL also, no, I will consult somebody. Vairagya also has come. So knocks in life give you viveka, vairagya. They help you mature. Mature towards what? That's a very important question. I mature and become what? Fall like a fruit from a tree and gone. Mature towards what? You mature towards a certain inner condition where you grow over the need of artha kama for your personal peace, security, and happiness. You don't reject them, okay? You don't reject artha kama. You grow over the need. Okay? What are the things you grow over? Putre kshanaya. Putre kshanaya. I think that's kshanaya. I may not remember the words correctly. That means the need for progeny, and progeny should look after me. I must have children, and children should look after me. I've got my children married. My children married, children should have children. For what? To look after them. Why are you bothered about all this? And your sense of happiness and achievement is linked to this. I got my children married, now they should have children. What if they don't want to? So, you must grow over the need for a sense of emotional well-being which is tagged on to your progeny. Your emotional well-being is tagged onto your progeny. Then, with the wealth, your emotional well-being is hooked onto your wealth. No, it happens. As a child, I was so fond of balloons, and the balloon bursts. Your child, your grandchild's balloon would have burst. Are you not a balloon viveki? You will tell the grandchild, balloon money, it will burst. They'll say, I'll give you blue. No, I want only red. Balloon means it will burst. You are a balloon viveki for the child's balloons. Whereas you are attached to one more balloon, stock, inflation, deflation. Look at what happens every time stock inflates, you are inflating. Stock deflates, you are deflated. Your emotional well-being is tagged to movement of some indices. Kya जीवन hai? So putra, vitta, loka. You want appreciation from people. Especially in the social media platform, you put a post and suppose nobody likes your posts. आपकी रात की नींद हराम हो गई. You lost your sleep. Imagine, your emotional well-being is tagged on to progeny, wealth, social platform में like, dislike. Your WhatsApp मैसेज में blue tick आया कि नहीं? If the blue tick has come, why has the person not replied? This is how your emotional life is. And you feel constantly small? Or are you willing to look at the whole Srishti in amazement? Amazed. ये जीवन है, इस जीवन का यही है, यही है, यही है रंग रूप, थोड़े हम है, थोड़ी खुशियां, यही है, यही है, यही है छाँव धूप, ये जीवन है. That fellow sang it sadly, but you can sing it in fun. You can sing it in fun, joyfully. जीवन के सफर में राही. You can sing it that. मिलते हैं बिछड़ जाने को. You can sing like that also. So what is your paradigm? Would you like to look at the Srishti in amazement? Or would you like to look at the Srishti in sadness? So that's what he's trying to highlight here. Rishikeshaha sthane. It is proper that people glorify you. And it is also there. It is also there in this history that Bhitani Rakshansi Dravanti. There are also people who are scared and are running helter-skelter to protect themselves from nature, from war, from attacks, from struggles. So both are there in this Srishti, provided you take a whole vision. Whereas if you are going to take a one-sided vision, then you are not mature enough to look at Srishti. Rakshansi, Bhitani, Dravanti, Dishaha in all directions. So then you are also seeing Sarve Siddha Sangha Namasyanti. All Siddhas, Rishis, all such people Namasyanti. That is one set of people look at you in wonder. There is another set of people who are scared. There is another one group which glorifies and sees Ishvara everywhere. One sees wonderment, other sees fear, the third one sees Ishvara's presence everywhere. Three types of view or vision of the Srishti. Let's look at verse number 37. Kasmachatena namarehanatman gariyase brahmanopyadhikartre ananta devesha jagannivasa tvamaksharam sadasatparam sadasatparam yat kasmacha tena namaren mahatman gariyase brahmanopyadhikartre ananta devesha jagannivasa tvamaksharam sadasatparam yat sadasatparam yat. So, Hey Mahatman, he's addressing Ishvara here, Krishna, as Hey Mahatman. Kasmat. It's a very beautiful usage, the expression. Why would they not do Naman? It is somebody appreciate him. Why do they appreciate him? Hey, why wouldn't you appreciate him? So, Mahatman, Kasmat chate na namarena. Why wouldn't they appreciate you? Because Gariyase, you are greater than Brahmana api. Brahmana api is Brahmaji. Chaturmukha Brahma. According to the Shastras, the first created one is Brahmaji. It's called Hiranyagarbha. And in Hiranyagarbha is stored all the programs for the entire Srishti. They say Brahmaji creates. How does he create? All the programs for creation, all the programs, the laws for creation are stored in the Chaturmukha Brahma. They are all stored there. And from there, the whole thing is a process, is a prakriya. There is a process of creation. And so Brahmaji is known as the ultimate authority for creation. Either you are even greater than Brahmaji. How do you know? Have you not seen the picture? Mahavishnu in Ananta Sena, from the Nabhi there is a Kamala, and on Kamala, Brahma is seated. No, don't actually go for looking for some Brahma seated on a Kamal. It is symbolic representation of Hiranyagarbha, the original creative program. The original creative program from which all other laws emerge. So you are even greater than Brahma, meaning you are the one who even sustains Brahma. So why wouldn't people appreciate? Why would people glorify? हम क्यों ना करें यार उसकी तारीफ? Why wouldn't I appreciate? Why wouldn't I love the person? I mean, he's absolutely gariyase, top class. What do you not? Why wouldn't you do? Ishvara is nowhere. Ishvara is now here. One fellow says, where is Ishvara? Another fellow says, how can you miss Ishvara, man? How can you miss him? What is here is only Ishvara. Another, where is he? He said, you are perhaps looking for something else. You are not looking for Ishvara. You are looking for perhaps in a human form. Perhaps it's not available to you. We'll see that as well. Okay. So, why wouldn't they appreciate? Why wouldn't they do Naman to you? Because you are Brahma. You are greater than Brahma. Adi Kartre. You are the first creator. Okay, the first creator has to be understood carefully. We have seen chapter 7. We have seen chapter 9. We have seen chapter 10. So 7 and 9 you have seen. So how does Ishvara create? Ishvara is both the Abhinna, Nimitta, Upadana, Karana. He is both the material and intelligent cause of Srishti. And the material cause gets the power to create by mere presence of the intelligent cause. By mere presence of light, anything that comes into its range gets revealed. So you say original creator. How did the original creator start? The original creator means by mere presence. By your mere presence, your dream world starts. You didn't do anything. You were just present. And your dream world emerged. So you are the original creator. And Ananta, original creator, the question is, when did creation start? It's a cycle. What ended today started tomorrow. It's a cycle. It's not a linear program. It's a cycle. In such cycle, you can never trace the beginning point. So endless, Ananta, limitless, Ananta, Devesha. Okay, here, who is the ruler of all gods? See, these terms have to be understood. Very easily I can give you a meaning and go. But that's not what it is meant for. See, in the Vaidika Parampara, we have so many phenomena happening. On certain conditions being fulfilled, it rains. On certain times of the year, in one particular place, the heat is intense. Then after about some 40 days, the heat comes down. Then winter comes, so movement of season. Blossoming of flowers. Some flowers are there, evergreen. Okay. Some various life forms. Okay. They all follow a certain order. In our own system, the eyes function in the medium of light. So we just don't see it like that. The Vedic Parampara sees this phenomena of seeing in light and says, the phenomena we represent on a deity, Surya Devata. You need a Vedic vision to understand this. Surya Devata. Why Surya Devata? Because it's an infallible law of Ishvara, and I have represented this phenomenon in a deity. So Surya Devata, Vayu Devata, Akasha Devata, Vayu Devata, Ashwini Kumara, Varuna Devata, sapidity in the system, digestion, Agni Devata, discharge from the system, Yama, discharge what is not needed, remove what is not needed in the system, Yamaraja. Yamaraja is a cleaning god, be old and has to be cleaned out. Clean, come on, cleaning operations. So this is represented in a deity. And there is the presence, the total by its mere presence makes all these laws function. So the ruler of all gods. Okay, Devesha. Deva Isha. Devesha. Okay? Jagan Nivasaha. The whole Srishti rests on Ishvara. Ishvara's mere presence as material cause. As material cause. Cotton is the Jagan Nivasa of this kurta that I am wearing. Gold is the Jagan Nivasa of all the ornaments that you people wear. The entire Srishti, Ishvara's material cause, Prakriti, is the Jagan Nivasa of this entire Srishti. He is a Jagan Nivasa, sustainer. Okay? Asat, Sat. You are the cause and the effect. Very beautiful words. Satvastu is the cause. Asat Vastu is not Tamil Asat. Okay? In Tamil, use the word Asat. It is not used. Asat means that which does not have an independent existence of its own. Gold is Sat Vastu. All the ornaments are Asat Vastu. So don't go to a gold shop and say all this is Asat. It's a pay money and say it is Asat. Asat doesn't mean useless. Asat means that which does not have an independent existence of its own. So, Satvastu is Ishvara. The material cause, Asatvastu, is also Ishvara. There is nothing other than Ishvara here. Isha Vashyamidam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyam Jagat. Whatever is there is only Ishvara. So that is the appreciation. That is the appreciation. That is the appreciation of a bhakta, a true bhakta. He only sees Ishvara. Asat Sat Swam Tad Aksharam. Okay? And you are that truth which can never ever be negated. You are the ultimate content of everything. Understand this carefully. Let's take anything. Let's take it. Oh, let's show me. Let me show you. What can I show you? The best is a piece of clothes. Yeah? The piece of cloth. I can neglect and say, no, it's not a piece of cloth. It's some fabric. Pacha Baba fabric. It's not fabric, there are only threads there. Okay, thread. No, it is cotton put together in some form. Ultimately, bring it down to atom. So this is not truth. Asat. I can resolve into something else. Anything that you see in Srishti can be resolved into its substratum. That which cannot be resolved further is Aksharam. And that Aksharam is Ishvara. And the equation is consciousness. Okay? The glorification of Ishvara, you are Aksharam. I cannot resolve you further. I have reached a point where there is no further resolution possible. Tvam tat aksharam yat param. So which is when I'm going to talk about sharam and aksharam, I am trying to objectify both that which decays and that which does not decay. Both are in my consciousness. I am aware of that which decays and I'm aware of something which does not decay. A little subtle. That's why it says Aksharam Tat Param. It's the word used is that's the ultimate. That which is in which both Param and in which both the Sharam and the Aksharam are established. We need to understand this. We are in chapter 11. So, okay, let's do a little more subtle. We need to understand this well. If you understand this well, see how Gita works. Now, there are various methods in which we gain knowledge. One knowledge is called Pratyaksha Jnanam. That means I see certain things, I touch certain things, I smell. Okay, this is called direct knowledge. That's called Pratyaksha Jnanam. There is something called Paroksha Jnanam, indirect knowledge. So what you directly do not see is paroksha jnanam. Careful, okay? Careful. As a person who has come from the Vedic tradition, we are bound by certain commitments to the parampara, to our teachers. There is a possibility some of these subtle truths are not understood by some people. If my teaching is correct, if I follow the parampara properly, I can ensure that you don't get confused. So that is the responsibility cast on somebody who's operating all these words. And it comes from the parampara, it comes from the guru. They are subtle but not impossible to understand. Ati sukshmam. You need little application of mind. You need mananam. And you need to come back with questions. The question should always be, how do I relate to this? Don't say, how can this be? How can I really? How will it work for me? Then it will work for you. Somebody sells you, they all these days, somebody will call you and say, we'll book a home appointment. Sir, we are calling you from some health insurance company. So much is the premium. This is what. Have you ever asked him, how will it work for me? Nobody asks this question. Because when you ask this question, you will find that for every bill you present, so many things are not payable at all. Non-medical expenses. Gloves, masks, this room, that room. And then what your food that you buy in the hospital. Tell you, charges for delivering medicines at home. 40% will not be paid. And some diseases will be covered only 3 years later after this fellow is dead and gone. You don't inquire. In the same way, this attitude comes also into Vedanta Shravanam. You have to ask this question, how do I relate to it? That this verse talks about appreciating the total. How can I relate to the total and appreciate? How can I relate to Brahmaji? How do I understand that? It is not a concept. How do I understand? That's how your inquiry mananam should be. Then it will work. So he says, so there is one pratyaksham, there is paroksham. Paroksham means indirect. You meet Sri Krishna face to face. It is pratyaksham or paroksham? If it is pratyaksham, your entire family should be able to meet him. It doesn't happen like that. Has it happened that Krishna has come to your house? All of you in the house had a darshan of Krishna. No. You will have. Perhaps your spouse will say, Pavel ho gaya. Or if you are getting into the 70s, 80s, then the grandchildren will say, hey, the grandchildren will come and or somebody at home will say, oh, they have hallucinations. But okay, as long as it's a spiritual hallucination, it doesn't bother us. It's okay. So, you can't have pratyaksha of Krishna. Is it paroksha? Indirect. This question is very difficult to answer. We are afraid to even address this question. Because indirect means Krishna is somewhere. He has to come and prove and tell you, I am Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva. My name is K.V. Yadav, Krishna Vasudev Yadav. Yeah, beautiful. Aparoksha Anubhuti, excellent. Saroj, Dr. Saroj. So is it pratyaksha? Is it paroksha? This is a question you have to ask. Now, assuming it is pratyaksha, whatever you see is an object of your knowledge, finite. Agama apai, aega jayega. So Krishna will also become a perishable object. Can you handle it? Inquiry is necessary. Many of us will pray. I once went to attend a bhajan. It was very nice. They asked me, they said after the biggest mistake they made was after the bhajan, they asked me to speak. They should ask me to keep quiet. So one person sang, "Hey Krishna, tum आओ या हमें बुला लो. Either you come or call us. And do it now." 6:30 that fellow has cooked and made good dinner for everybody. And what happens if Krishna comes and who will eat all the dinner? Second guess. Then they asked me to speak. I said, Krishna, aaya, theek hai. But suppose Krishna comes and says, come, let's go. Will you come? Go with him. Because you all know it's a one-way passage. After going to Goloka, Vrindavan, there is no coming back. There is no coming back to your gated communities or wherever you are. No coming back. He will take you away permanently. And all your mobile phone network will not work there. It may not even come on. Because they use different brand of mobile phones there. The mobile phone won't work. You can't even carry this baggage. Because this body won't move. When this body doesn't go, what are the ownership of this body? Nothing will move. So it is neither pratyaksha, it is neither paroksha. What else it is? It is aparoksha. Aparoksha means immediate knowledge. What is this immediate knowledge? Understand. Does this exist? Yeah. How do you know it exists? You see it, you feel it. Does this exist? I'm going to ask you a question. Do you exist? Yes or no? How do you know? Did you check with somebody? That is called aparoksha, immediate. Paroksha and pratyaksha need a means of knowledge to make them evident. They have to reveal their presence to you. They will say, Hajir. No, in schools they say, no? Ramesh, Hajir. They'll say, Hajir, sir. In Tamil, they'll say, Ullen. Ullen, ayya. They'll say, no? You have to establish your presence. I am present, sir. Do you ever say? You are self-evident aparoksha atma. Ishvara is paroksha, pratyaksha. Self-evident aparoksha atma. You are aparoksha atma. Ishvara is aparoksha atma. This is the equation. 9 is equal to 9 is not equation. 7 plus 2 is not equation. They are not equations. 7 plus 2 is equal to 100 minus 91 is equation. There is a seeming difference. If there was no difference, it's not an equation. If the seeming difference was real, there is no equation. There is a seeming difference. 7 plus 2, there is a plus sign, there is a minus sign. Left side, right side, hey, I discover the equation. I, the limited me, the small me, when I reflect and do objectification of my BMS, I it is revealed to me, aham aparoksha atma. In the same way, when you take Ishvara and start doing this is not Ishvara, this is Ishvara as well. Material. You will end up in the aparoksha atma. Aparoksha atma, jivatma, then aparoksha paramatma are just one and the same. Tat tvam asi. And you are now speaking to me, aham brahmasmi. Tat brahma nishkalamaham. This is the knowledge. But remember, I am consciousness does not help. You are consciousness. How does it help you? Then you will say, Abdiya sir, Yulian, How does it help you? The consciousness, the Chaitanyam, is reflected through this body, mind, sense complex, making this body, mind, sense complex something significant. And the significant body, mind, sense complex has roles to play. And the roles have to be played according to the script. And when you play according to the script, there will be other characters also there, other roles. They may have errors of omission and commission. You have to have the smartness. You must have the smartness to accommodate others' errors and omissions. You will have the smartness once you are aligned to the super director, playwright Ishvara. It is glorification of that Ishvara. I am glorifying the Ishvara who has laid this infallible script for me. That immediately gives you a lot of humility. Okay, it cuts off all these arrogance and things like that. In one of our sessions, morning sessions, in the evening session, it will come much later. In the morning sessions, I'll talk about the six problems, the poisonous things in the body-mind system, which affects the individual. We'll have it in this coming week, morning session we'll have, and how to take care of it. So, it affects your vision. What vision? Of the total. And you ask, see, there cannot be a total minus you. If you stand outside, you're always limited. You have to get into the total to see the total. You have to get into it. There cannot be a total minus you. There can, you plus, there's something I plus total, is still total. How can there be a total without you? I am in the total. My BMS is in the total. By Swarupam, I am equal to Ishvara. But the individual has to play a role in this overall system. You have your place carved out. You have your script carved out. You have characters who will come in and go all carved out. Hey Arjuna, Yuddhasva, fight, because you have a role to play. Arjuna is aware and he is glorifying the script writer. That's the glory. Okay. We'll see one more verse and we'll see the explanation later. Tvamadideva purushah puranaha tvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam vettasya vedyam cha param cha dhama tvaya tatam vishwamanantarupa tvamadideva purushah puranaha tvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam vettasya vedyam cha param cha dhama tvaya tatam vishwamanantarupa. He says, Tvam Adi Deva. The translation will be primal God. There's nothing called primal. Primordial God, primal God. It means you are, if I can call it, the original Ishvara. Or you are the only Ishvara. Adi Deva. Whatever. You are the only source code, whatever. You call it source code. You are the only one. Yeah. Source, force, source, whatever. Adi Deva. And Purana Purusha. Purana Purusha means one who has timeless. Even time is in you. Ancient is the word used. Ancient means time comes in. Even time is in you. And Purusha. Purusha means you are alive. You are not some floating philosophy somewhere. You are a conscious being. Purusha means you are a conscious being. The entire laws, the intelligence has to rest on a conscious being. You are that conscious being. I have created a form for interacting with the conscious being, the human form. It can be various forms. Purana Purusha, Tvam Param Nidhanam. In your laws, the Srishti issues forth, manifests, and in your presence, in your awareness, the Srishti folds back. As a dreamer, param nidhanam. From you the srishti has come, into you the srishti will go. Param nidhanam. Asya vishwasya. For the entire srishti, you are the param nidhanam. Asi veta. Knower you are. Vedyam cha. Known you are as Chaitanyam, you are knower, as Maya, as material Prakriti, you are the known. So gold, ornaments, you are. The supreme gold, you are. Okay? Achha, then Dhama means you are in you rests everything. In the content, in the Prakriti, there is no existence of a Karya apart from the Karanam. There is no existence of a product minus the cause. Okay? Param Vishwam Tatam. Okay? The entire Vishwam, the entire Srishti is pervaded by you. Meaning, in you is the entire. When I say it is pervaded, I take you to your dream. In your dream, whatever you see, are you pervaded in your dream? Everywhere. Yeah, last year, this morning I saw it. I was trying to get down from a train. And then I slipped and fell. In the gap between the platform and the train. I slipped and fell. So the train, the slipping, the platform, the filth there, the tracks, everything I am only. And the dream, that next scene, what happened? I was lying in the upper berth of a nice AC compartment. What's the connection? I don't know. What's on network? Everything is. And then you wake up and you smile. It's all over. So, Param Dhama Vishwatatam Tvaya Ananta Rupa. Ananta Rupa means you are the endless, formless form. This is the message. We will stop at this point of time. We will see further. Your understanding should be relating to this, should be like this. You can never have a pratyaksha darshana of Ishvara. So therefore, paroksha, you are looking for Ishvara. You can have a subjective darshan of Ishvara, which is very real for you. And that comes in the form in which you invoke Ishvara. Whatever form you invoke Ishvara, Ishvara can give you a darshan. It is called pratibhasika. It is real for you. That is, the formed Ishvara is real for you. But if you are willing to do a paradigm shift, and if you are able to, and this Ishvara is Agama Apai Ishvara, will come and go. But do you want to have 100% darshan of Ishvara all the time? You have to learn to look at the entire Srishti as manifestation of Ishvara. And when you look at the entire Srishti as manifestation of Ishvara, Karna Karna me Bhagavan, there is nothing in the Srishti which does not fall into Ishvara's laws. And the laws are infallible. Ishvara manifests himself as the law. And in my life, Ishvara manifests himself as my buddhi. We'll come into that chapter, Atmanam rathinam viddhi shariram turatamevatu buddhim tu sharathim viddhi. So Ishvara will manifest himself in you as Viveka Vairagya Buddhi. If you are aligned to Viveka Vairagya, you are in alignment with Ishvara. This is how you relate to Ishvara. Hey Krishna, may I be led to the right directions. May I be led to the direction, to the right decisions which are aligned to Dharma. It is an awakening. It is an awakening, aligning yourself to the vision. and the subjective Ishvara that you see, you glorify. You glorify in form as the idol, or what you call form, Ishvara in a form. I can't say form to Ishvara. You can say Ishvara in a form. You can do Eka Rupa Ishvara Upasana. The next step, you can do Aneka Rupa Ishvara Upasana. The third step, you are here, Vishwarupa Ishvara Upasana. And as we grow towards the 18th chapter, we will do what is called Atma Rupa Arupa Ishvara Upasana. We'll go towards. That is what the Bhagavad Gita is meant to take us. You have to act, there is no choice. Act in alignment with Dharma, you are in alignment with Ishvara. We'll see. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha gobrahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samastha sukino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalinim desho yam shoparahitah brahmana santu nirbhaya sarve bhavantu sukinah sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya om purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vasishyate om shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj की जय हो स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो सब संतों की जय हो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय हो बजरंग बली की जय ओम we'll meet on Monday next. People who are interested in joining the morning meditation can join me at 6:30. Om Om
Thank you so much, Baba.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Om Om
Thank you, sir.